Hello and welcome to Green Shoots, a show where we catch up with founders of startups and find out what made them dream what they dreamt of, how they are growing their business, and what are their plans ahead. On the show today, I have with me Sumeet Bansal. He's founder of Analytics Labs. Analytics Labs is a leading ed tech firm focusing on skill building with emerging technologies like data science, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. Sumeet, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Now, I see that you started your company in 2011. In 2011, what was your light bulb moment to start the company? Because at that point of time, not a lot of people are talking about AI or cybersecurity or things like that.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me on the show. Absolutely. So 2011 actually was way ahead of its time if we talk about the current set of technologies. But the inspiration came from when we came across a bunch of students who were studying MBA at that point of time. And they were trying to build their career in the field of analytics, which again was not that well known as it is today. But they were struggling with not enough or proper coaching available to them, and they had joined some program somewhere, but the overall experience, in fact, made them feel dejected about it. So at the same time, we realized that in coming decade, big data, analytics, data science, this is going to boom. The demand for professionals in this domain is going to surge by many folds. And it happened that way. We are very glad and lucky to find that inspiration at that time. And at the same time, we were very passionate about the whole field of data science. And we were very confident about it. There was a strong conviction that we can do a meaningful work in this domain, helping these aspirants to build a rewarding career. And that's how it started.
Okay, so you built this company with Ankita Gupta and Chandra Mouli, the co-founders. So did you have a background in data crunching, in data science, or how did you know that this is something that's going to work? I mean, you did some crystal ball gazing and you were bang on target, but did you have a background in this?
Well, not really a crystal ball gazing. It was our background which helped us to reach this decision actually. So all three of us, we were working with McKinsey and company at that point of time, and we were part of a specialized team focused in data-driven consulting in marketing and sales analytics. And as part of our projects, we were also traveling around the world. And in every country, we were seeing, starting from, let's say, first world countries in Europe and even Australia, uh, how the demand for data literacy was growing. And in short, there were quite a few strong trends that data will actually be the new oil. uh, what many call it that plastics in 60s was a revolution. There were very strong trends at that time that data will be the new oil or the new revolution, something we now call is AI revolution. Many of the terms which we hear right now, big data, data science, were actually coined around that time. So there were trends, and we were seeing the value we were able to deliver to our clients. Uh, they were actually quite convinced about investing more into these capabilities and these skills. At the same time, being a specialized skills, uh, this needs a structured learning, a certain type of mindset. Everything was there. So actually, it was not crystal ball gazing, but our experience, our background into something we were already working, and the value we were delivering to our clients at that time, and then their commitment to invest more into these practices of data science and business analytics. That was the confidence which we needed.
Right, Sumit. So, how did you grow your company? Because my friend used to work in IBM, and IBM sent her for a workshop. The company, spend the money on up training, upskilling their employees. So, how does your model work?
Yeah. One part is very similar to as you talk about it. We have a lot of corporate clients, many of the prestigious consulting companies, banks, even Indian government is one of our clients for last many years. various organizations of Indian government. So that is one part. Organizations do invest into skilling their workforce, whether they are newly employed, newly hired, or for their existing set of workforce. This is an important investment to grow in their career, because this is one skill. Even if you are not an analytics professional, data literacy, analytics literacy is something now pretty much everyone needs. It's
Hmm.
like IT skills of 90s or early 2000, that you may not be a software engineer necessarily, not everyone has to be a data scientist, but the analytics literacy is something which everyone needs. So a lot of these clients we have take that approach. At
Hmm.
the same time, we also have a lot of individual programs where newly graduated uh, candidates or working professionals who are looking for mid-career switch or upskill themselves on their own, not sponsored by their companies, they also come to us. So we have two equally strong line of businesses, B2B, where we serve the large clients directly, and
Mhm.
the individual aspirants who want to start their career in the field of analytics and grow.
Okay, so Sumit, what's the USP of Analytics Labs? I can understand with your corporate clients, they understand the business, they see the value you bring, and they sign up with you. But when you know, what's in it in your offering for somebody who's looking for a course? Because since the pandemic, there's so many options, so many
Right.
people offering you so much, so many free videos on YouTube. So,
Yeah,
what's the USP that makes you stand apart?
right. See, I'll talk about the main component of it, that's industry first approach, the job oriented approach. Uh, Many edtech firms take an approach that they pick up the tools which are having a buzz around them, pick up the technologies which creates some excitement and start training programs on that. We take a very different approach here. We go by the job roles which exist in the market, which we also get to know from our corporate clients. So we pick up those job roles, we map it to the skills required, and hence design the program, not the other way around. So it directly starts from the single, a very focused mindset of employability, job,
Okay.
and pick up a job role, map the skills, design a program around it. And we are also very rapid to make the changes in these programs every 3 months, 6 months. If a program has to go a drastic change, we are very agile on that too. And so, in total, in depth, practical approach, very
Hmm.
structured approach, and really up to the date as per the industry requirements.
Okay. And is your you give a certification? Is it recognized once I do your course? You said it's custom built to be employable. How easy is
Yeah.
it to find a job?
Once actually, this is a field where a lot of employers complain they do not find the right skill, they don't find the
Yes.
uh, uh,
Right
right
people.
candidates. Yes. So if you are actually well equipped, you have right skills, it's not difficult to find the job. Like every career, every rewarding career, there has to be a lot of commitment and effort needed. But once you are there, you will have multiple options. Many of our candidates to get more than one job. Some even bag up to hikes of more than 100%, 70%, 80%. So it's all about getting the right skill and be employable. In the number of job opportunities, there's no dearth of it. Coming to our
Yes.
certification, we have dual certificate programs in collaboration with IBM. We are also in process of launching few programs with foreign partners. It will be little ahead of time to name them at this moment, but we will be coming up with some programs along with the international partners who are very well known in their respective field and technologies in those domains.
All right. So let's talk about the growth so far. 2011 to now 2021, 10 years are done. Could you chart out the growth path for us? How many clients did you have then? How many do you have now? What were your revenues then? What are your revenues now?
Well, like any startup, first year was not easy. Uh, we started in 2011, but it was by 2012 we got our first corporate client actually. by that time we had run some calendar batches for the individuals, and many of these candidates who got trained in 2011 became our brand ambassadors. Like, there is no market better than the word of mouth, and that's how more business started flowing in. So starting from 2011 to 2017, we posted over 100% growth year on year. Uh, then even after that, once you have a certain scale, the 100% growth does not come every year, no matter how much dearly you want it. Then still we had posted a very strong double digit growth of 30-40% per year. uh, Last pandemic year was definitely a knee jerk, because many candidates were grappling with the new normal. Our programs were blended at that time. Now we have fully online, fully e-learning. At that time also, we had it, but majority of aspirants or clients were doing blended programs with in-person component. So last year was a bit of knee-jerk, but overall we have been posting a very strong double-digit growth. Now, I am very optimistic for next few years to come. And the reason is there is a paradigm shift in the industry. Clients or industry by large is very, very now open to the skill-based education. The times of grabbing a degree from a college, university, and then thinking you are done with your learning, those days are past behind, way back. Now, even the clients, the recruiters, they are very open for skill-based learning. They understand that everyone, every few months, every couple of years, have to acquire new skills. Unlearning, learning is the way ahead. So, a lot of effort which we used to put to reach out to the recruiters, share our candidates' profile, that is still there. But on daily basis, we get few companies directly reaching out to us for hiring. So the point which I want to underline here, uh, recruiters very well realize this reality, that new age skills will be like these only. They will be short lived. You have to unlearn, learn new things, move rapidly. So the edtech service providers like us are going to play a much more significant role in the new job world, in the new skill, in the new world, especially where digitization has got even more accelerated in pandemic.
All right. So, Sumeet, going ahead, there is no doubt that there is a need for this, not just in India, world over, because
Right.
everybody is adopting new technologies and not many people who know how to work around it. So, not just in India, world over, people are needed. The demand is definitely there. So, how are you planning to grow your business? You said you have two verticals, one where you cater to the needs of companies and
Right.
upskilling their employees. Plus,
Mhm.
you have B2C Connect, where people can directly sign up on your platform and get the
Mhm.
requisite skills. So, what is your plan to grow the business? Are you going to focus on the companies because there's a real need there, and like you said, they're calling you to check with
Yeah.
you. Do you have people who are employable? Can we keep them?
Right.
So, how are
Right.
you planning to grow your business, and what projections are you working with for both verticals?
While we are planning to do both, a lot of B2B business is inbound, but we are also setting up a team where we will start doing outbound activity, reaching out to the client, share our offerings. We are very confident the kind of demand we have, even if once they know our presence, uh, they will be bringing up their requirements and we will be helping to serve them. On the B2C side, as I mentioned, we are also expanding into more allied technologies. For example, right now we do everything under the sun related to data science and analytics. We are also venturing into cybersecurity, which we think is a big need of the hour, given how important is the data and the security concerns around it are really real. So at the same time, we are bringing in some foreign partners to expand into India, and we are also reaching out to overseas markets now. Even month on month, we get few candidates who directly come to us from Western countries, from Australia, Singapore. Uh, and we do not do any marketing at all in these regions. So I see a lot of scope with the quality we have been able to deliver so far. Once we are doing some more outbound activities for these regions, we can really multiply our business. So in short, I see a lot of scope in both the segments. It's not either or for us. It has to be both. So
Okay.
B2B, B2C, both in India and overseas.
Okay, good. Are you at liberty at sharing some of the names that you worked with? Like you said that your course is in collaboration with IBM. Who are the other companies that you can rely on you for upskilling their employees?
Mhm.
Could you
Uh,
name some clients?
Sure. So I will not be able to name everyone because many of them have non-confidential disclosure agreements
Okay.
we have with them. But some of the big brand names like Accenture, Tech Mahindra, EXL Service, even McKinsey, BCG, Indian Army. Some These are some of the big brand names which we have been working very regularly since our initial years,
Okay.
including American Express.
Hmm. So, I mean, if you have trust of these well-known brands, I'm sure if you invest in business development, you would be able to find more clients, right? Is that your aim? Now actively reach out to companies to sign them up.
Right. So this is something, yes, in addition to that, we are also working on a model for these companies that it's called hire and train them. So basically, we help them as a hiring partner right from the beginning when these people are not fully trained yet. But
Mhm.
once, let's say, overall assessment is done by these clients, we take these candidates into our fold. We train them for a period of 3 to 6 months, and then they join these clients' team. So apart from the regular skill building, this is another model we are seeing a lot of traction. Many of our clients are coming to us for this. This is called train and hire kind of model. A preconditioned offer candidates
Yeah.
get, then we train them, and then they are hired for it.
No, but is there any role you're playing in hiring? Because you said the
Yes.
companies have shortlisted people. Are you also into the shortlisting and recruitment for companies?
Yes. So in this model, it's actually both ways. So candidates do approach, we make a pool of candidates, right? Then we share it with the respective client after we have done our screening. So when these candidates approach us, we do our initial screening. Post that, can the client interviews them, does a screening, and then the gap on the technical skills we fill that, and then these guys are onboarded by the client.
Okay. Um, are you looking to raise funds or are you comfortable there? And I want to understand, you said that you saw 100% growth in the initial few years and after
Yeah.
that it was 30-40% growth. When it comes to profitability, are you making money as of now? Are you looking to raise funds? Some clarity there.
Yeah. See, actually, in our peer set, probably we would have the highest operating margins. And the biggest reason for it, we do not spend a lot on, let's say, paid marketing. A lot of our marketing is organic by the virtue of our clients, our students, word of mouth, and all that. So, yes, we are very well profitable. Uh, we, as such, do not need capital for sake of capital. We would be happy for the investments if they are more strategic investments. If they are, let's say, bringing along with the capital, they are also bringing some collaborations, more hiring avenues for our candidates. So that's the kind of opportunities we are open to. But right from the beginning, we have been bootstrapped. A lot of financial prudence has gone into building the company the way it is. In spite of a tough year, we are in good shape. We don't have any capital challenges. Only it would be for the strategic growth if we have right investors.
Right. So, Sumit, you said that compared to other edtech players, your margins are very healthy. So, could you give us a ballpark and how do they compare with the peers?
Comfortably, it would be in the range of 30-40%. If I talk about year on and year average, initial years, it was in fact higher, but 30-40% is the kind of margins, operating margins we have.
Okay. So, are there any plans to increase the bouquet of offerings, the kind of courses that you will offer? You spoke about cybersecurity, but for companies these days, there are challenges everywhere, even for soft skills, for marketing personnel, along with
Right.
data analytics. There could be needs coming up anywhere. So, are you looking at expanding the bouquet of offering as well?
Right, absolutely. So let me add a bit of context there. So for many of the clients, apart from the technical programs, we also do leadership programs. Let's say intelligence for leaders, data science for leaders, AI for managers. These kind of programs where these people are not supposed to work hands-on technically on these requirements. At the same time, they need to be educated to derive value out of their teams to create value for their respective clients. So we are planning to bring these programs from B2B to B2C as well. So B2C programs are right now mostly focused on the technical skills, but we will be launching a bouquet of services where it is more target for leadership and managerial roles as well. In addition to that, so basically a lot of things can be done within the AI domain as of now. So we are primarily catering to the technical side of it. We will be basically working on the managerial and the leadership side of it, because as I said, AI literacy, data literacy is something which every job would need. Whether you are a leader or a manager or a senior manager, this is skill which everyone needs to acquire. So that's one part of it. And cybersecurity is another area which we are betting very big on. And this is also backed by what we hear from our clients. So a lot of clients, even if have been hiring from us for data science for many years, they also know that we are focused primarily on data science, AI. But time and again, we hear this that if we have candidates who can also work on the cybersecurity side, because many applications of AI and machine learning can be deployed in cybersecurity as well.
All right. So, we thank you so much for joining us on Green Shoots and sharing with us your plans for Analytics Labs going ahead. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. My pleasure connecting with you.
Thank you for joining us. That wraps up this episode of Green Shoots. We'll be back with another episode where we'll be in conversation with a founder at a startup. Join us again.